Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, this is a general reading, and yes, I'm going to be using a few decks. I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. And in this general introduction, I will pull a few cards from my Rider Waite deck. Okay? Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. Okay? I am an intuitive channeler. That means I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. Any cards that are laid down, if they are reversed, just know that this is a little stronger energy, a stronger meaning. Pay attention to it. Pay attention also to the numbers. Pay attention to the archangels that pop up also, because they don't pop up with every reading, but they can help you get through whatever it is you need to get through. Okay, now, let's see, on the 6th, we do have our new moon, which is in Virgo. I think it's in the evening around 8:50, I think, p.m. Eastern time. So I do have that in that listing under my Virgo reading in my YouTube, so you might want to take a look at that. I want to say we have been having lots and lots of energy spikes. We're having a lot of solar flares. We're having a lot of things that are happening in the world. And a lot of times when this is happening, please know that, my heart, my prayers goes out to everyone that has been affected by a lot of the world events. Also know that when these things are happening, that's kind of acute for us, that we need to keep our vibrations higher, because it feels like in many ways that we're being like pounded down. But I told you back in December, this is all about Saturn in Aquarius. It is about illusion versus reality. And a lot of times reality is not easy to take, but we are seeing things more and more. And again, keep your consciousness high. Keep your consciousness on whoever that is to you. I call my higher power. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guide, your voice of the universe, your divine, the source, whoever that is for you. So it's kind of like keep your eyes on the sky, keep your eyes in the sky, because we are, it is always darkest before the dawn. But we actually, our energies, we are going through major metamorphoses. Many of you probably have heard, going from a 3D consciousness to a 4D to a 5D. There is so much going on, and we just have to stay positive. We just have to have faith. Okay? Now, because we are the light. I'm sorry, but we are battling the dark. Now, a lot of times the dark's needed for us to enjoy and appreciate the light. But I think we've had enough. So but we still have a lot of energies going on, and let's just take a deep breath. We get through all of this together. Now, let's see what the overall for the weekend is going to be. First card, the Hanged Man. Okay, now the Hanged Man, this is reversed, and this is a 12. So remember ones, and again, remember the numbers. Numbers speak loudly. So ones, new beginnings. Tens are transitional. 1, new beginning. 0 is God, source, universal energy. Then we have our 2. 2s are about choices. 2s are also about coming together, but a lot of times it's about our pathways. We have choices. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? So the world is facing a major choice right now, or the universal energies are facing major choices. Now, you can take the 10 and the 12, you can add them all up. It becomes a 3. 3 in itself has a lot of power. It is the Trinity. There is the power of 3. It is also about being creativity. It's also about the creation. Now, the Hanged Man is looking at things a little bit differently. And again, what I was talking about with, Saturn and Aquarius, and I've been saying that since December of last year, we have to look at things a little differently. It's not necessarily easy, so there could be something that comes up that we just have to not necessarily take at face value. We need to delve in and see what secrets needs to be uncovered. Okay, next card is the Emperor. Now, we have a 4. So 4s is about organization, leadership. It's also stability. The Emperor has a lot, the Emperor is one of the major arcana. So is the Hanged Man. Right now, I'm kind of getting the Emperor in my Angel Tarot decks is Michael. The Emperor. Michael is the protector. He is the defender. He comes in with his, with his sword, the flaming sword of truth, righteousness type of energy. This could also be governmental type of energy. This could also be leadership type of energy. So something could be, something between the Hanged Man and the Emperor. Both of these, again, major arcanas, more global type or universal type of energies going on. Next card, the Lovers. Okay, so now we have a 6. So we have 12, 1, 2, 4, 6. 6 is the number of man. This is the energies we put into whatever it is that we are doing. Something looks like it's going to be affecting the number of man, the man energy. Now the Lovers is a kind of an odd energies. Many people think it's the coming together of a relationship, and it could be that. A lot of people, if they're looking for love and they get the Lovers, they're like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. The Lovers doesn't always mean that, but it doesn't mean that it's not. But it could, it doesn't always mean coming together on that type of sense. But it could be coming together in an emotional energy, coming together in a positive energy. But the Lovers is also, this would be Archangel Raphael, who is the angel of healing. And healing isn't comfortable. Ask anyone who's gone to physical therapy, as I like to say. Healing can be painful. Healing can hurt. But we need to get it all out in order for us to continue healing. So there is some very emotional energy going on this weekend. It's interesting here that the man is looking at the woman is looking up at the divine, and then the divine is, has hands over both. He has hands over both and kind of looking in the middle. So doesn't really favor one over the other. It's going to be kind of an interesting weekend. I do look for, again, going back to the Hanged Man. I think the Hanged Man in the tarot cards that I use a lot of times, Radley Valentine, I believe that would be Gabriel. Gabriel is the divine messenger. Also transmutes a lot of energy, negative energy into love. So, all of these cards, they do have very, very strong energy. They are more global. They are more universal. They're not the day-to-day, such as the minor arcana. So there's something happening. We've all been feeling it. We've all been feeling major shifts going on. So again, all of these cards have very strong, hopeful type of energy. Now, the interesting thing is, if you look on these cards, if ever you want to ask a yes or no card, so here we have a no, here we have a yes. A yes or no kind of question. Here we have a no, here we have a yes. But the Lovers tells us it could be either yes or no. So it's just, how are we going to deal with it? How are we going to take this as a collective, as together? But you're here, you are here with me. We are together because I believe we have been chosen to keep our vibrations elevated. More is still to come, but we can do this together. The other thing is to know that even though the world and the universe and the global energies may feel very, very strong and may try to overwhelm us, like I've been starting to say, no matter what the world throws at us, we still have to live in the day-to-day. We still have to live in the present, okay? And having said that, now, one more thing. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. You help keep my channel on air. But having said all of that now, let's start our readings. Hello, my Scorpios. How are you? I hope you are wonderful. Okay, my Scorpios. Oh, so we have the Knight of Water. Okay, interesting. Knight's underlying energy is fire. That is our Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, passionate, burning, determined. Water is your energy. And before I was even going to say, start this, I was going to say change can be very good, but it can also be a little bit scary. So what are the changes? What are things happening around you? Okay, but water is your energy. It's also Pisces and Cancer, fluid, emotional, deeply committed energy also. Knights are very directional. So there's some changes going on that's very emotional to you, but it's kind of like you have to do them. You have to go along with. I don't feel like you have to go along with them per se, as much as it is you are needing to do something. And that's where that fire energy. But again, the water energy, your energy, it's still something that's kind of like, it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit harder. And it's just kind of like getting things together and just moving forward with this. Again, Knights are directional. Once you get them started, though, things do happen. And this is going to be going into a new emotional path, a new emotional chapter of your life. But again, you've got the strength of the fire energy to push you forward, and that's going to really make you very successful. So there could be a very big transitioning weekend here for you. And remember, and I think, is it next week? You have to go back to my Virgo overview. Or to my, anyway, I think that, I know that Venus is going into Scorpio. I think that's next week, but we also have the new moon on the 6th. So there's another emotional trigger type of thing. New moons, that will be in Virgo. So it's something to do with your home, your job, your career. But it's also, there's also going to be an emotional pull towards that too. But anyway, this is just one of those times that you just kind of get a little feeling like a little bit off balanced. But again, the momentum is going to push you forward, and it is going to be something. It will, like I said, it's a new chapter. It's a new next step for you. Anyway, so transitional type of energy. But the Knight of Water in the card says it's emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So it could be something to do with, those relationships I always talk about. And yes, it could have something to do with that love relationship too. Okay, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So if there's a relationship transitioning, it's kind of that, like I said, it's pushing you forward. The fire energy pushes you forward. The water energy's got your tummy tied in knots. So next card here, the Page of Fire. So now, Page's underlying energy is Earth. So that is your Virgo. It is our Capricorn and Taurus, solid, something you can hold on to. A lot of times has to do with your work, job, career. But then we have that fire energy again, which is the underlying here. And the fire energy is pushing you forward into joining and doing. So it's like you cannot stand still. You have to move into this transition. It's not necessarily like, I say that we do have choices, but it's kind of like the energies are just sweeping you up. Pages also are very optimistic. They're also it's very energetic type of energy. So something's sweeping you up, very transitional. It's almost like, that if you try to resist, it's going to be harder for you than if you just let things flow. All right, so here we go. Outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So you do get through it. You've got to relax. You got to breathe through it. You've got to just kind of say, okay, you know what? I'm going to have fun. We're going to just, when it says use your originality and ingenuity, just kind of like, I'm going to make the best of this, and we're going to go with that flow. But it's even more than that. It's not really passive at all, my Scorpios. I don't really have the word. It's very consuming. Okay, last card, reversed. The 3 of Air. So now we have a 3. 3 has creativity. It's the power of 3. It's the Trinity. There's a lot of, you say something, you do something, you have two other people. There's this power to actually make things happen. Air energy is our Libra, lots of Libra energy right now. Aquarius, lots of Aquarius energy, and also Gemini. Thought processes, I kind of get this ruminating type of energy. This is, again, while this is pushing you forward, this is saying goodbye. This is leaving something behind. This is now, it's time to let it go. It's time to move forward. This is, whereas we've been talking about this for how long, my Scorpios, about kind of transitioning. Now, this weekend seems like this is going to be the weekend for you, the big weekend that things now start moving and happening. And with that moving and happening, doors will start to open. But your tender heart, your kindness just kind of wants to hold a little bit onto that past, and it's just kind of slipping away from you. But the Three of Air, great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. The thing about forgiveness is when you can forgive yourself, when you can forgive others, it unlocks the chains. It takes the anchor off of you. It gives you, you're like 20, 30, 40 pounds lighter with forgiveness. It helps you. It's, it doesn't necessarily, it's not so much about the other person. It's about you stop holding on to the anger, the guilt, the regret. Okay? But again, transition, moving. This is some big time. This is a big weekend for you. How are you going to handle that now? Give you a big hug. I give you a big hug. Okay, because this feels very good. It's just getting through it. It's always getting through it, isn't it? Ugh. Okay, let's see what this card brings about. The Eight of Michael. So Michael in itself is the same as air energy, and we've talked about that. 8 unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. This has a chance for you to break out of your slump, of your maybe your just where you've been held. This is a chance to say there is more in this future, more in you have more of a future than you ever thought you had. Okay, major transitional energy here, pushing you forward. It doesn't feel like you've really got a whole lot of choices here with this. You have choices on which path you're going to take, but it's kind of like you need to choose a path. And Three of Air, saying goodbye, letting go. You can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So yeah, I just feel this is one of those. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Do I go that way? The one thing that I do get, I kind of get my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I don't have that around here, but I get the thing. There's a card, and it's about choose wisely. And it gives you lots of choices. And again, it's got like fingers going all different ways, and it just says choose wisely. So that is where we have our choices, my Scorpios. We do have a choice to choose wisely. Okay, so, boy, my cards don't want to shuffle here. There we go. Let's see what crystal or energy for my Scorpios we have here. Okay. This is reversed. Rhodochrosite. I like that. And that came up for another sign. So, Rhodochrosite is about service, contentment, healing emotional wounds, renewal of passion. I like that. That connects with that a lot, with the Three of Air, Three of Swords. So, you may want to get some. I don't know that I have any. I don't know that I've seen it either. Anyway, so my Scorpios, breathe through it. You get through it. Anyway, my Scorpios, remember the button. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Please comment. Let me know what you're thinking about this. But be kind and be polite. Anyway, my Scorpios, always know that no matter what the world throws at us, you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.